So now we're going to learn how to find an x-intercept. Okay, so I have still the equation negative 5 over 3x minus 14 entered and graphed with all the window adjustments done. So now if I want to find my x-intercept, you have to remember that that's when y is equal to 0. So the only place we can put y values is in here. Okay, so when you go in there, you have to then ask the calculator to draw a line at 0. That's the only way we can get it to enter the y value or any other y value. So remember, these steps will work for when any other y value is given to you and you're interested in finding the x value. So right now I'm interested in finding out when y is equal to 0, what is the value of x? So by doing this, I'm going to put the graph button right here. What's happening here that you can't see in my calculator, but some of the calculators you can actually see a line going right on top of your x-axis, because that's exactly where y is equal to 0. So here's your graph, and then if you draw a line, it's drawing this green line right on top of this one right here. And what I'm interested in is that when everywhere here y is equal to 0, but I'm interested in when my graph will be at y equal to 0. So that's that intersection point. So right here, this is the intersection point I'm interested in. Okay, so how can I find the intersection point? We're going to go through these steps. Second, trace. And I'm looking for option number 5, which is intersect. And you want to move your cursor going left or right close to that intersection point. So why do I need to do this? Why do I need to take my cursor close to the intersection point? Doesn't have to be right on top, but close to it. So for that, I just want to say later on, as you are doing more complicated graphs, let's say like this one, and you draw a line at y equal to another value. So let's say this is y equals 3. This line can intersect at multiple points. So which one are you interested in finding? You have to find them one at a time. So you have to guide your calculator to that one intersection point first before you go to the next one or the next one. So that's why we brought it over close to the intersection point that we're interested in. And it will prompt you 3 things. It will confirm with you the graphs that you're trying to intersect. So that's why it says over here, first curve, you'll see the first equation coming. Then it will say second curve, and then it will say guess. Now that you know what it will be, so once you get to this point, all you have to do is enter every single time. So it will happen 3 times. So when it says first curve, you enter once. Again, it will say second curve, you enter one more time. And then it says guess, you enter one more time. So that's why I wrote over here that you have to enter 3 times. And you can see it gave us our intersection point, which is negative 8.4. Okay, so again, what I did here is I went second trace, I went option number 5, and then I made sure my cursor was close to the intersection point, and then I entered 3 times. Don't go too fast, because if you enter one too many times, you lose that intersection point. So you're just going to simply enter 3 times. 1, 2, 3. And it will give you the intersection point. So remember, like I said, you can find intersection point for any given value of y. So if I want to find out what the value is, if let's say y was negative 3, I will ask the graph to make a line at negative 3. You see how it made a line right here? I can find this intersection point if I want to. Again, second trace, option number 5. Take the cursor close to that intersection point, and then enter 1, 2, 3. So again, it tells me that x is negative 6.6. So this way is you can use it to find your x-intercept, or you can find any value of x when y is given to you.